Hey everyone, it's John with Roadkill Incorporated. Sorry for not doing videos in like 6 weeks or so. I moved, so it took a long time to get settled, that kind of thing. A lot of the pickups I've been doing have been pretty much the same as previous pickups, so I always hate to do a video that feels like a total repeat. I know people don't necessarily care about that, but I don't know, to me it feels weird. So that's one reason. Another reason is when you haven't done a video in a while, it just becomes more and more intimidating, the idea of doing a video at all. So that kind of snowballs, and eventually, you start to feel like you've got to have something super special to justify a video, and of course that never materializes. But I think eventually it gets to the point I just need to push one out. I just need to purge and cleanse the system and just get a crappy video out, and then maybe there'll be a chance in a week or two of doing another one that makes a little more sense. So yeah, that's what this video is. It's just a bunch of stuff, a lot of fragments of pickups that I never completed the whole video for or whatever. But so yeah, so just humor me. This video will be just a bunch of nonsense, and then later on we'll get back to normal. So yeah, so what's going on here? So I got a new desk. This is an ESD Surface on this desk. I figured, buying a new one, might as well pay a couple $100 more and get an actual ESD Surface. That's the old desk there. So there we have a sitting desk, and this is a standing desk. I've always wanted to have both, although I'm sitting at the standing desk, so I don't know, I'm not doing it right. But yeah, so it's nice to have a big, long Surface. These are just, various broken computers I've gotten lately. What else is going on? Drinking Diet Coke again, Diet Pepsi. I stopped for a year, but I don't know. It's just, I don't know why I stopped, really. Supposedly it's bad for you, but I don't know. It makes me happy, I have to say. It just makes me happy to think that there's Diet Coke in the fridge. I do not work for Diet Coke, but, I don't know. I just like it. So whatever. So what else do we have? This is a Miniware ES120 Plus. It is an electric screwdriver, which is really cool. Thanks to Cheyenne for telling me about this. So yeah, so when you're old and you have arthritis, there is hope for still being able to use a screwdriver. So this thing is really cool. See, it's got a little graphic there. Tells you how to use it. So basically you just put it in the screw, and then you hold this button in and you turn it whichever way you want to go, and of course it won't work now that I'm trying to demonstrate it. There we go. So it's unscrewed there, you can see, and then you want to go back in, you just hold it and go the other direction, and it's tight again. So it knows which way you're turning, so it's kind of smart. Yeah, so I haven't gotten completely used to it, but it's a really cool little tool. I forgot how much it was, like 60 bucks or something. Only problem is you have to change bits. I don't like changing bits too much, but I guess I could get used to it if I had to. It charges by USB there. These are what I normally use. These screwdrivers made by Moody. I get them at iFixit. I think they stopped carrying them because the quality isn't what it used to be or something, but yeah, these are nice. Fixed bit screwdrivers, just have 4 or 5 of these around. But who knows, maybe as I fall apart, I'll start using this more. Problem with these Moody ones is that, like, when you need it, by the time you need a new one, the information with the size is worn off, so I forget which numbers I need, and then I order a bunch of them that I don't need, just trying to cover all the bases. So I have like millions of these that are just the wrong sizes, and I don't know what to do with those. Maybe I'll sell them on eBay. So what else do I have? So this is Mac Unlocks, MacUnlocks.com, MacUnlocks.com firmware removal tool. Yeah, it removes a firmware well, it doesn't remove the firmware, it removes the firmware password from 2011 to I think 2016. Just takes normal batteries, got an on-off switch there, and So this is for 2011, 2012, clamps onto the SMC, and then these three are for airs and retinas. Very cool tool. You just clamp on, then you turn it on. Some boards require this little power injection at a certain spot. But yeah, you turn it on, it blinks a few times, and then it eventually turns green or red depending on whether it failed or succeeded, and then the SMC password is gone. It's really a remarkable tool. What else do I have? This is the Mac Unlocks serial number changer. Very cool tool. You just put it in, power on, holding down the option key, you boot to it, and it lets you change the serial number of, I think, 2011 on up. I don't know how new it goes. I don't get new machines, but yeah, very cool. The use of this is to change the serial numbers on machines that are managed, DEP and MDM management, because that is based on a serial number that is an offending serial number. The machine wakes up, registers with Apple. Apple says, oh, that serial number is managed. So if you change the serial number to a clean serial number, a lot of people just switch a couple digits in the early part of the serial, then you have a machine that is free and does not get management alerts. So that's very nice. Of course, I don't use either of these tools because to use either of these tools would be a violation of the DMCA, the Digital Millennium Copyright Act, which makes it illegal to undo a software lock that the manufacturer puts on a device. So you can't legally, undo software that is intended to clamp down the machine. So I would never use these tools, of course, but it is nice to, have them around and look at them now and then. So anyway, that's about it for what's going on here. Just got these guys that I need to look at. So yeah, like I said, I will just throw a bunch of random video clips at you of stuff that's gone on recently. And then once those are done, maybe in a week or two, I'll do another real video. So talk to you soon. Hey everyone, so I just wanted to show you some random crap I've accumulated. Actually, the inspiration for doing this video is to move this stuff away and get it organized because it has been sitting in the middle of this room waiting for a video to be done. So in order to clean this room, I need to do the video in order to, put this stuff away. So yeah, this is just a collection of random stuff I have picked up recently. I picked up another Axitron mod book. I mean, one is rare, but then to get another, I couldn't believe it. So yeah, Recycler had another one of these for me. This one is actually in better shape than the other one. However, it does not power on. So at some point I will open this up and work on it. If I know how to repair one machine, it's the A1181 white MacBook. So hopefully I will be able to figure this out. But yeah, so I'll put this in the Axitron pile over here. There we go, we have both of them. So hopefully I'll have a a nice big stack at some point, but I'm happy to have two. So oh, there's my Tesla. See, that's a Tesla. That you didn't know that Tesla made computers in Eastern Europe. Haven't tried that one yet. It's got some really funky connectors on it, so maybe someday we'll get to try that out. It's got the world's worst keyboard, definitely. I did pick up, I had this red H1 MSX machine. I did pick up a beige one because, any real collector needs to have both colors. You can't just have one, you gotta have both. So that's nice, those look good together. Got a blue and white G3. It's a G3 because it says G3 there. I had one of these back in the day. It was a fun computer. I mean, it's basically just a desktop, but they made it fun with the color, and it's got this fancy door that comes down like that. This one has 2 hard drives. I don't remember much else. what is this? I think this is Ethernet, possibly. Some point in somewhere in there, the wireless card goes in. But yeah, it's just a fun overall computer. It's sort of a reimagining of the desktop, and they're getting valuable. I mean, this is like worth $200-300. Recyclers would just throw them away 6-8 years ago, but now they're desirable again. This one has a zip drive. This was one of Apple's first computers without a floppy drive, and then I guess you could, for $100 or something, upgrade it to have a zip drive. So happy to have the zip drive model. So moving on, got some trashed computers here. This one, wow, yeah, this one is extra special. I've never seen a battery quite taken apart like that. They really went in there with some sort of tool to pry the cells out. You'd think just, using the screwdriver would be the best option, but some people just want to do a lot of extra work. And what's going on here? This one is significantly bent. This actually powers on. This is a Retina. It powers on. But yeah, so if you thought it was only a US problem where these machines get destroyed, well, here's a Canadian machine that is pretty significantly destroyed. And then here's another one. Look at that. I mean, that's just... I don't know how you do that if you really even wanted to. Here's another one. I was joking, this is the quick screen assembly removal method. That one's just demolished there. And then this one, yeah, don't know what to say there. The battery really wanted to escape. I don't know how you go that long without noticing the bulge, but the trackpad didn't survive that. This is interesting. This is an 11-inch Air, and it's got a case that is transparent, so you can still see that you have an Apple. So I've never seen one quite like that. And what is this? Oh yeah, this is a modified white MacBook that has a battery indicator. Look at that. This model, people were, really upset because this machine didn't have Firmware, and it didn't have a battery indicator, but this one does. And not only that, but it's always fully charged, as you can see. Doesn't lose its charge. So it's too bad they all weren't this way. A few minis. Nothing too exciting there. This is an Apple Style Writer. It's a low-cost printer. Back in the day, I don't recall if this is inkjet. It must be inkjet, yeah. But this is sort of a low-end Apple printer from way back in the day. Not too exciting. I think they were pretty slow. Yeah, so not great. A lot of iPhones. Been getting tons of iPhones and just haven't really been processing them. So I'll accumulate a certain amount and then I'll be forced to look at them eventually. Been getting quite a few clamshells, bad shape. This one is just, I don't know, I'm just kind of fascinated. I think Apple should have actually released this design. Sort of a, tricolor design there, like breaking through. I actually kind of like that. Here we have a lot of minis. I've been getting a lot of mini 3s lately, but it's always something. They're great condition, but they're locked, or great condition, but managed or something. These are all working, not locked, but then they have screen bruises. And the iPad people tell me, well, the screen for these is super expensive. So you can never really win, but I guess I'm happy they're mini 3s and not mini 1s, so, could be worse. These are these are fairly current Airport Extremes. I've only been getting these recently, and this is a time capsule. I guess a 5th gen time capsule. It's really heavy, so I haven't opened it yet to see what drives it uses or what the configuration is, but I had always thought that these were only Airport Extremes, but then this one is a time capsule, so excited to see that. What's going on here? A bunch of gray and black power books. This is a duo of some sort. These are extra desirable because they're the, cutest, slimmest of the old power books. I think they may have been made by a different manufacturer. I'm not sure. I mean, Apple may have contracted someone different than the other machines. And of course, with one hand, I cannot open it up because these locks get a little bit sticky. So let's see if I can do that. No, I can't seem to open it up. So you can Google it and see what they look like. This is a Pismo, probably. Sort of an open air design of the Pismo. Look at that piece missing. Similar to, I wonder if the same artist is responsible for both these. Could be. So just some 2012s over there. Here's a beige, or should I say yellow tower of machines. Haven't tried the LCs yet. The 2CI does work and is in very good shape. That's a very desirable machine. I don't know exactly why. I think it's because it is, if I remember right, it may be the ideal machine to drive the portrait display, the sort of vertical grayscale monitor that Apple released a long time ago for desktop publishing and that kind of thing. But happy to have that. So I'm accumulating many of these towers of beige around the house. And this at the top, you may or may not be aware that Apple had clones. They licensed clone manufacturers to produce Macs. They eventually canceled all their contracts or didn't renew them because the clones were actually becoming better than real Macs and cheaper. So this thing, I don't remember what it cost, but it was something like $5.99 or $7.99 when the Macs of the time were, $12.99. So I always wanted one of these, so I'm happy to get this. Yeah, this is a UMax. Well, as you can see, C500 603E processor at 180 megahertz. It does power on, but unfortunately, there's the video connector. So I don't know how that happens. It looks like some brutality occurred. I don't think it could have been an accident. Maybe it was. Maybe there was a connector screwed on and someone just violently ripped it off. I don't know. Doesn't make sense, but it does power on. So I've been in contact with, oh shoot, I can't remember his name, Mac84. Really cool guy, does live stream repairs, mostly on beige machines. He offered to fix that, so maybe I'll do a trade with him for some machines to get that repaired, because it does power on. So that would be nice to get working again. And yeah, I think that's it for this stuff right here. Yeah, nothing more to say really. I will move on to the next segment. Hello, I'm John with Roadkill Incorporated, and today we have yet another pickup. Somewhat unusual pickup in that it is the occasional game machine, game console pickup. Xboxes, PlayStations, all kinds of stuff, GameCubes there. MacBooks in the back and along here. Blue and white G3, which is pretty unusual. Appears to be in decent shape, so that's exciting. Happy to have that. So yeah, I'll take this back and I'll break it down and we'll see what we have. Alright, so I got all the consoles unloaded. You may remember I had a larger lot of consoles, I don't know, 6-8 months ago. There aren't that many here, but these are in much better condition. Those, you could pick up any given one and shake it and you'd hear things rattling around. There were cracks and pieces missing, that kind of thing. These are pretty much all intact. Most still have hard drives, which is great. So yeah, really happy with this lot. So we have Nintendo 64s. We have these Nintendo Balance things. These are in much better shape than the last ones I got, which were in pieces. A lot of PS2s. What are these? I still don't know my consoles. PS3s, more PS3s. There's a PS4, although it's kind of crunched. Yeah, you can kind of see that it's crunched there. Some Slims, Sega Genesis, Game Gear, a PS1. I've never seen one of those, so that's interesting. Xbox Ones over there seem to be in really good shape. And then we just have 360s, lots of 360s, most with hard drives, which is cool. Original Xboxes, pretty good shape. This one has an interesting mod on the front. Not exactly sure what that is about, but hey, that's cool. And the 360s back there. Got some GameCubes. One of the GameCubes had a Nintendo player on the bottom, this like slab underneath. I'm sorry, a Game Boy, I think it was, player. I guess you can play Game Boy games on it. Then we have PlayStation 1s. We have a Nintendo Entertainment System. Sorry, I never got into consoles, so I don't know even like the most basic things about them. And then we have Wii's and Wii U's. So yeah, so all in all, a pretty nice lot. I know a refurbisher out here who specializes in consoles, so I think he'll be pretty happy with these. And we will now move inside where I have the non-console inventory. Talk to you in a few. Hey everyone, it's John. Well, today I did a pickup and I screwed up. I stopped too quickly at a red light and had a laptop avalanche. Yeah, so not good. Like I've said before, I don't think any real damage happens when this kind of thing goes on. It takes a lot more to really damage a laptop than to have it slide and hit the front of a van. But still not good, not good. Yeah, when driving a vehicle with thousands of pounds of stuff in it, remember that you have extra weight and you have to brake a lot earlier than you normally would. So there may be a couple boards like those there that have gotten some components, scraped off them or whatever, but beyond that, it's much worse looking than it looks. So, or than it is. So anyway, I will get this inside and we'll see what we have.